awesome. So one thing I want to lift up, y'all, is that when it comes to doing this relationship work, like it's really important that you. Our motto is relationship work is personal work, so it's really important that you do your work. Do your work, fam. Do your work. Do your work. A lot of times people are finding themselves in a space where they're constantly looking over the fence. Y'all remember that show? I forget the name of it. I think it was called with Tool the Tim Man. I mean Tim the Tool Man, Tool guy. And he was constantly going in the backyard and looking over his neighbor's fence and having a conversation with him about various things. And so when it comes to your relationship, like this is what a lot of y'all are doing. Y'all are actually in a relationship where you got a fence, a wedge, a wall, whatever it may be. Thank you, a chosen spirit, a home improvement. You got a wall between you and your partner, and what you're doing is you're going up to the wall and having conversations. So we want to help you break down that wall and help you to understand too your role in terms of like your part in helping to create the wall. Like a lot of times people don't want to take ownership and realize that when it comes to being in a relationship, like unfortunately, you're contributing to the mess, the stank, the stuff. You're helping to build the wall that's in the relationship and
because you're waiting for them to say something first.
yeah, and you've grown comfortable with talking over the wall, talking over the fence,
That's
and
good.
you haven't prioritized dismantling the wall and knocking that thing down. So, again, like I want y'all to focus on like this wall ain't supposed to be here. It's not a normal thing in relationships to just be existing with this wall and so it may start to pop up, but real talk, like before it got head high, like y'all could have knocked it down a long, long, long time ago just by simply doing your work. And unfortunately, too many people aren't doing their work. They're just letting the wall grow. So I'm just challenging you to start chipping away at it, y'all. Really start chipping away because it don't got to be there. We're a testament to that, and the number of couples that we've helped are a testament to that as well too. So that's why we want y'all to come to the Intimacy Unleashed Summit, because it's about connecting, it's about communicating, it's about knocking down the wall and getting back to intimacy. Too many folks are in roommate relationships and you're comfortable with that, y'all. Like we got to disrupt that and we got to start knocking down the wall. Stop knocking down the wall.
It's good.
What you got to say?
I just think that's good. I'm just, I think that was an amazing breakdown of the wall, speaking through and over the wall, and taking ownership for dismantling that joint. Like you can't just be waiting for your partner to come and do it. You have to be intentional.
Yeah.
About doing it. So that was a good thing.
Yeah. So like I said, if y'all got any questions, feel free to drop them here, and we'll definitely answer those
You ain't
questions.
tell them where to go. Go to Blam Summit.
Oh yeah, my bad. Go to blamsummit.com. Yeah, blamsummit.com. BLAMSUMMIT.com to register for the Intimacy Unleashed Summit. Yeah, Michael, roommate relationship is deadly for the marriage. I mean, that's real, y'all, but it's funny because like it seems the older that you get, and I spoke about this earlier today. We had expert office hours with our Blam community, and I spoke about how the older you get, the more comfortable you get in your ways, and you're just stuck. And so you think that the dysfunction, the waking up and not saying good morning, leaving out the house and not giving a kiss or a pat on the butt, not giving each other a hug throughout the course of the day, not making a phone call or sending a text. You think that that's the way that it's supposed to be because you've settled into that type of relationship where there's a lack of intimacy, there's no connection, there's no ongoing engagement. And I'm here to tell y'all that it does not have to be that way, y'all. It really doesn't have to be that way. So too many people have gotten stuck and comfortable in that space, and we're here to disrupt that, y'all. So like I said, go to blamsummit.com to join us at the Intimacy Unleashed Summit, February the 17th. And peep this, y'all. On February the 17th at nighttime, we're going to crank it up even more.
You said at nighttime?
At nighttime. We're going to crank it up even more. We got the virtual love experience going down later on that night. And that right there, so we're going to be doing the teaching, the talking, the engaging, and doing a few exercises during the course of the day. But at nighttime, we're going to crank up the heat. That's going to be a real intimate experience between you and your boo. And it's a curated experience that I want y'all to participate in. So like I said, go to blamsummit.com.
Yeah, but you don't have to be with your partner to participate, just so you know, right? Like it's not necessarily a couples thing. A lot of people think, oh, well, this is for couples, and I know he ain't trying to come, so I ain't doing it. No, relationship work is personal work. So it's great when your partner is with you, but you do not have to have them with you. You can decide, I need something different in 2024. You can decide, I need to be in a different place in 2024. You can decide, I don't know exactly what's going to change, how it's going to change, but something got to change. And I'm going to do that by doing my work, whatever the hell that look like. Even if I think he the problem, she's a problem, whatever the case may be. So don't let that stop you and hold you back. I saw somebody on IG said something about the love may have died or something like that, right?
What's up, YouTube?
Folks don't communicate. Yeah, what you say, Charles? Charles said a wall is there because both persons don't want to communicate. Maybe they both don't care. There's a possibility that the love is all gone. So there definitely is that possibility. I definitely can agree with you on that. But what I want to say is that most of the time, y'all, the flame, you know how if you think about a raging fire, right? You got a flame going, and then when that thing starts to whittle down, it can just get to a little teeny flickering light. You know, when the fire is blue and it's real small and you can't even really see it. Oftentimes we don't even know that it's going. We don't even know the fire is going. But
going.
That the fire is going.
Like fading?
That it's not that it's going. Not that it's fading. We don't know the fire is still going, that it's still on, that the light is still there. If you turn on your stove, you got a gas stove, right? And it's real low. It can be on, but you don't even know it's going. You don't even know it's still on. It's still lit. So what I'm saying is, and the point I'm trying to make is that a lot of times people get confused and think that the love is gone, the intimacy is gone, the passion is gone, but really your will is gone. Your determination is gone. Your ability to turn towards your partner is gone. You know, not even your ability, your willingness. And so we just get, as my husband said earlier, caught into a routine. And there are always three positions. Somebody type three. Well, I would say three. Three. Three in the chat. Three positions you can be in. You can be turned towards your partner. You can be turned away from your partner, or you can be turned against your partner. And contrary to popular belief, well, first of all, let me say this, what y'all think the best position to be in is to be turned towards your partner. Of course, right? Like, I want to be booed up. What's up, babe? You good? All that. You ain't turned towards me, Ayize. You just something that you don't like staring at your chapstick?
Yeah. I'm processing my irritation too. So
can you stop moving? What are you irritated about? This is Ayize, you've been irritated all day long.
Yeah.
You've been irritated. Anybody ever your partner just be in a funky space? I mean, he's irritated all the day long. You want to share what you're irritated about?
A part of me is irritated.
I was in the middle of a thing, but let's go ahead and hear your irritation.
So peep this, y'all. Anybody from Cali on here? If you're from Cali, type a 1 in the chat.
What this guy did? Okay, I'm curious.
Type a 1 in the chat if you're from Cali. If you live in Cali, type a 1 in the chat. And so we live in Cali, y'all. All right, I'm seeing some ones coming through. So I'm a little bit irritated because today was supposed to be a different type of day. I'm supposed to be in the mountains right now.
Really, boo?
I'm supposed to be in a cabin.
In Big Bear.
I'm supposed to be in Big Bear, relaxing with my boo, and relaxing and getting busy. You know, I mean, just to make it like, I mean, that's what I was really looking forward to, y'all. And so my day has not been the best day because I'm not there right now, y'all. I'm not there. Now I'm sitting next to you, and we still got space to do what we're gonna do. But I'm just thinking to myself, like, yo, that's where I'm supposed to be. So we had an opportunity to sponsorship type situation.
It's a collaboration.
Whatever it was,
a collaboration. It's called a brand
collaboration. We were supposed to be getting away, and so I'm like, yo, we getting away for a couple of days and gonna do some reels, and they want us to put some content out, and I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited about doing this and really looking forward to that, but also looking forward to connecting with my boo, and then also looking forward to being away from my children.
I thought you had to whisper that.
Yeah, because they're around. So y'all can relate though. So I was looking forward to that, but yesterday, right, we had to make a tough decision and let the company know, like, we're not going to be able to make it up there, y'all. It's a winter weather storm.
It's like
so
12 inches of snow out there.
And so, I mean, I was pressed because I was getting on live streams in Big Bear and asking questions about, so do y'all think that we can come from LA to Big Bear and engage and just be in the just make it through the streets and all of that? And they was like, no.
I know they didn't give no. They were like,
nah. Some random people was like, nah, don't come.
It's cars stuck all up and down.
Yeah, it's cars all stuck. Like, don't even try to make it. So I'm like, I'm blown about that, y'all. So
that just came through out of nowhere, huh?
Yeah.
In the middle of me giving my situation.
Yeah, I forgot what you was about to say, but I just wanted to say that
You just had to
because
get it off your chest.
yeah, my irritation, just in case y'all feel the irritation, like that's what it's about, y'all. I'm trying to be in the
We said we're
mountains.
gonna go to the movies tonight, though.
That ain't the same though. That ain't the
It's
same.
not the same.
No.
Okay, let me finish, y'all. Okay, go to blamesummit.com. Let me find out TikTok showing up. What's up, y'all? Let me find out. We don't really be on here going live, but y'all coming on through. So let me tell y'all. What was I saying? 3 positions. Some of y'all type 3. Okay. Oh, thank you, Adrian. Adrian said they love the content and the inspirational videos. Thank you. So three positions. You can be turned towards your partner. You can be turned away from your partner, and you can be turned against your partner. Of course, we all want to be turned towards, which means we actually, as I saw somebody say here on TikTok, you said that you and your husband, I don't know if you said he's passed away now or what have
Shauna,
you.
you're not helping right now.
You said you keeping up to my thoughts. Damn it. You said that you and your partner have been married for many years, and you really had to work to light that fire again. And that's the point that I was making, is that when you're turned towards your partner, you're really being intentional. You're like, when they come in, where they at, how you doing, you want something to eat, you want to go for a walk, you want to go to the movies, right? You're wanting to know what's happening with them. When you're turned away, this is not good, because you really ain't giving them no energy at all. When you're turned against, that means you're like you might be arguing a lot, you might be having a lot of disagreements, you all are not on the same page. It might seem like that's the worst place to be, but it's not. I'd rather you be turned against your partner. I know that sounds crazy, but we'd rather you be turned against than turned away. Because when you're turned against, you are still engaged. You still care enough to actually share what you think and to say, wait a minute, no, that's not what I meant. And hold on, like this hurts my feelings, or I feel like blue, 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 right? You're still engaged with your partner. But when you turn away, when you turn away, guess what you don't? You don't GAF. You don't give a hoot. I said a hoot. You don't care at all. So when you're turned away, you just are like moving on. It's that roommate marriage, right? It is that roommate relationship. You actually could say something, but you're just not going to. Mm-hmm. You're like, it ain't gonna make a difference. You just moving on, going upstairs to watch HGTV while he downstairs watching basketball, and you ain't tripping. Yeah. You know what I mean? And that's a dangerous place to be, because now you are disconnected. And when you are disconnected for an extended period of time, when you have pervasive disconnect in the relationship, then you can't even get no spark going through being turned against one another, through even being in a place where there's conflict. You can't even get, the friction has to happen. Conflict is not something we need to be afraid of. Friction has to happen in order for growth to happen. So that's why sometimes you can have some of the best makeup sex, because the friction was frictioning in a particular kind of way, and you needed it to be able to hear each other, to see each other, and then come back together in a beautiful way. But when we are not even doing that and we're turned away, man, that's a dangerous place. And so that's why we want you to come to the Intimacy Unleashed Summit, so that you can learn how to be turned towards, how to stay turned towards even when you don't want to, how to show love even when you don't like them, and how to make sure that you understand that beyond what it is that you want, there's something you need to be paying attention to, called your relationship, called the bond that you all had. And it's not just about serving you, it's about serving the both of you and your partner. So I love when folks really understand that it's bigger than them. I see you, Andrew, on IG.
Before you, Andrew, we're going to ask you a question in 1 second. Somebody said, we both got too comfortable. We loved hard, but we were waiting for the other to respond first.
Oh, that's good. Read that again.
Who is that? Is that
Michelle? I see Michelle.
Yeah, we both got too comfortable. We loved hard, but we were waiting for the other to respond first.
That's how people be.
Yeah. I mean, I said in the beginning of this, y'all, that sometimes we go up to the fence, like that show. And what was the name of the show again?
What are you talking about?
With Tim the Tool Man. They gave me the name earlier. I can't believe I can't remember that. They gave when you go up to the fence and you're looking over the fence and you're not really, engaging with the person, you're just comfortable staying on the other side. And so when you get real comfortable, that's how it be, in relationships. And so we're here to disrupt that. We're here to disrupt that and encourage you to really shift and go to a different space in your relationship. And so go to blamesummit.com.
Somebody said you didn't put it in the bio.
Home improvement.
You didn't put it in the bio?
I think it should be in the bio.
But somebody said they don't see it. But if you don't see it, we're going to put it in there after this.
Yeah, that's the link right there.
Just
blamesummit.com.
How do I do this?
Thank you, Michael. He saved me again. Home improvement. Hey, but peep this. Somebody asked the question, how long have y'all been together? So we've been together for 28 years and married for 21. Um, I appreciate the question, and it's an important question. A lot of times, though,
Keep working, Shauna. Keep
what
working.
people are not that you're doing this, but a lot of times people are trying to qualify the folks that are on here talking. I think that that's a good thing because real
Yeah,
talk,
because if
you got a lot of
yeah.
people out here nowadays that are giving relationship advice and quote unquote like experts. Um, Number one, they ain't even married. They ain't been married. They're masters and experts in divorce. And so you'll see this over and over again, this proliferation of advice or people who are giving advice from the perspective in the space of like not really experiencing success. And so when we speak about our relationship, so we can testify, and not only just us, but others can speak on us about our relationship. There's people that's on here right now that can speak on us about our relationship. But not just that, y'all. We got a community of people, a community of folks that we're working with on a daily basis, a weekly basis, and a monthly basis to help them improve their relationship. And then we can actually show you videos and testimonials from those people who have actually improved and made shifts just based
Yeah.
off of being in our space and in our community. And so I love the question because, again, we've put in the work, but it's not just about us. We've helped so many other people put in the work too. And if you're interested in that community, go to blamcore.com. That's BLAM core, CORE.com.
You telling them to go? We want them to go to BlameSummit.com.
Yeah, we want you to go to Blam Summit. And Blam stands for Black Love and Marriage, just in case you didn't know. But yeah, so I just wanted to lift that piece up that this is what we do. Another reason why we wanted to come on, y'all, and this one right here, we about to get a little bit sticky with this topic right here. It said earlier that somebody was the number one giver on TikTok. Shout out to you, bro, or sis. I just saw something pop up. We're not too familiar with TikTok, so I see different. Oh, here it is right here. D Money.
Oh,
It
D
says
Money.
the number one, I think, giver or something. So we see different badges and things, roses and stuff
What's
popping
up,
up on
D
TikTok.
Money?
We ain't familiar with it, but I'm just shouting out everybody who's
Speak for
doing something
yourself.
over
I'm a
there.
TikTok professional.
Whatever, Joe. And so thank you for that. But peep this, y'all. We put out a reel about 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And when we put this reel out, it was talking about.
Oh, it was a couple. The couple?
Yeah. It's definitely. I'm sorry, I'm reading. Who was that?
What's up, Derek from Chicago?
Said this couple is definitely 100%
That's the
qualified,
same
and I can vouch for that.
comment you
Love
probably
it.
looked at.
I appreciate. Oh, it is. Oh, my bad.
Derek from Chicago. That's who it is.
That's it. Oh,
Yes.
what up, Derek? So you trying to tell me in an indirect way, like that I'm kind of slow in terms of like looking
No.
Yeah, my wife, she trying to call me out a
I'm just
little
trying to
bit.
help you out, baby.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to help you out.
Was that a microaggression?
No, it's not.
So peep this. So we put out a reel the other day on a couple that was speaking about infidelity, and the sister was talking about how she had cheated, and she gave her husband a hall pass, and y'all straight came in the comments, Joe, on Instagram. On Instagram, y'all straight came for her in the comments. Like, it was some of the comments and the responses, and a number of dudes was talking about just bounce and just leave, and it was a certain type of energy behind there, and so we want to.
You being incomplete though in the story. She didn't just say I gave him a hall pass. Like, we're not telling the whole thing.
So tell the rest of the story.
She said that she gave him a hall pass because she felt bad after she cheated, right? And she felt guilty. And so oftentimes she was saying, a lot of times people in her position feel as she felt, which was, I want you to be on get back so it can make me feel better. But she realized, like, man, that ain't the way to go. That doesn't solve anything. That just brings more disrepair and disconnect and funkiness. And so she realized she had to do the work of being able to heal, to help her husband heal, to, make amends. And they decided to move forward and, move forward in their relationship. And so he was sitting there too. And man, people was like, I ain't never seen this kind of foolishness before. So some of y'all might be on here, and I'm really curious as to, what the difficulty was. It doesn't solve anything when you do that, right? If you're going to stay together, you're going to be together and work on the relationship point blank period and move forward. But I think I told my husband that I think it's just the fact that she was on there, sitting on there, like she was sitting on his lap, and she was like, So I gave him a call pass, and then I just decided, like, I cannot do that. That is not the right way to do things, whatever. And because she was leading and she was sharing and talking, I think for real, when somebody has messed up, some of y'all tell the truth and shame the devil. Some of y'all, people just, we want you to beg. We want you to be just about to die. We want you to be humble, humble, humble. Don't have no bass in your voice. Don't have no authority in your voice. Don't talk about what you did and what your lessons are. We don't want to know your lessons. We want you to diminish yourself. I'm just saying, because I didn't really see anything inherently wrong in what she was saying. She said that was wrong, right? And now we've learned from that, and we started to really work on our relationship in ourselves individually and each other. But y'all was not here for it. Some of y'all was not here for it. So I just said it must just be because, and some people on who follow us, they 23 and out here in these streets. They don't even know nothing about commitment.
Yeah.
So this is not to say that we say all people should, bear it out if there's infidelity and figure it out. But lots of people do. And lots of people overcome it, and it was interesting that folks was coming so hard. It was like basically saying he was a gun. That's what they were basically saying.
Yeah, and a lot of people come for the man, for his decision to stay in the relationship, and essentially just make the decision to choose to remain committed to his wife. And he actually said, I'm not taking the route of taking a hall pass because I'm prioritizing my marriage and I want to move right in the eyes of God. And so I definitely respected his approach. And the whole piece around her offering him a hall pass, a lot of that sometimes is really just based off of us trying to reduce, minimize, and eliminate some of the guilt, some of the shame. We're trying to make the relationship all on equal footing, and so it's not the healthiest approach to take.
It's bad. It's a bad approach.
Yeah, but some people do take that approach, and so the piece that I really want to elevate about this whole situation is this: like, you're going to go through things in relationships, and as we said earlier during this live stream, a lot of times people are like quick to throw it away because you engage or because you deal with something that's traumatic in the relationship. And again, infidelity is traumatic. And so what I'm saying is that just because you experience it, it doesn't mean that you have to abandon your relationship. It doesn't mean that you have to abandon your marriage. Some people are saying, like, this is it. I'm not tolerating this anymore. I'm not going to be in this marriage anymore. It's the end all be all and I'm done. But what we're saying is that depending upon what you got going on, and depending upon if the person is willing to do their personal work, depending upon if the person is being accountable and shows true remorse in the experience, and again, this is followed up by action, then there is the possibility that you can experience redemption. How do we know? Because we've seen it over and over and over again. We've helped couples through it over and over and over again. And so, it's possible, y'all. It's definitely possible, and we've experienced it early on in our relationship, and so we know that there's another side, there's a better side, there is healing, but you got to be willing to do the work. And so for those folks who are willing to just throw away the entirety of the relationship because of that difficulty, even as significant as it is, I'm just challenging you to take a step back and look at it through different eyes. You're talking or you're looking at people that have not only been through it, but have helped other people get through it. So we know that it's possible. We know that it's possible, and we know people have experienced a better relationship even after dealing with that. Not that you want to deal with it, not that you would choose, and not that I would recommend that you go through it, but I'm just saying there is a better side. There is another side, and you can get through it. It's possible, y'all. It really is possible.
Yes, it is.
And I also think, too, like, a lot of times it's a reflection and an indication of emotional maturity, to be able to withstand the ish and not completely, like, it's almost like it's a complete disqualification of the person.
What are you talking about? You saying when
infidelity or doing something,
it just cancels them out.
Yeah, it just cancels them out. Yeah, and so there are things that are extremely egregious.
And we're not saying that some people are like, that's a boundary and I cannot do it.
Yeah.
That you don't have the right to do that.
Exactly. But I'm more so speaking to the way in which it's almost like it's an automatic response without really contemplating and using discernment and really processing, like, who the person is, what they've been through. We don't even know what happened. Like we
All
just
your
know that
history.
there was infidelity, and so we race to the response of abandon, get rid of, throw her away, leave, but we don't know the context.
Right,
We
right.
don't know the context, and even if you know the context, for many of y'all it will still be deuces, I'm out. And so I respect that, but I also know that it's more nuanced than that in many situations, and we got to give ourselves permission to
Yes.
really dance with the ambiguity and deal in the nuance. Like
Mm-hmm.
that's what grown folks do. It's not just a I'm done, I'm out, it's over, deuces, in all situations. But many of us, because we're ill-equipped when it comes to doing this relationship work, that's the road that we take.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm trying to challenge you to take the road less traveled, which is the one where you do your personal work and you challenge yourself to really dance in the nuance and ambiguity and really figure this piece out.
That's good. The road less traveled.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. That was good. Um, Let me see. I see. Jerry said, "I feel before the infidelity happens, it's usually another problem that's the root which led to it." And that's the case for all things. It's a good point, Jerry. Whether it's infidelity or even funky communication issues, emotional disconnects, whatever it is, there's always something underlying. It's never the thing. It's never that's a symptom. The situation is the symptom, but always there is something underlying. And most of the time, we don't want to get into that. We don't even know how to. And that's why it's important for you to be around folks and be exposed to people who
Mm-hmm.
actually take the time to do that, because that's how you can actually elevate your game, meaning in your relationship, but also with yourself. You understand? So it's really important for us to not continue to have this throwaway culture out
Mm-hmm.
here. And this again, if we ain't we are more concerned about your individual whole health and your mental health, your emotional health as an individual before the marriage. All right, we're not like, people like get married, stay married, never leave, just pray to God and he'll fix it. That's not us. But what we're also clear about is that too many people, as my husband said, are just ready to bounce and actually over anything. You'd be like, don't stop bringing that up. I'm tired
Mm-hmm.
of you bringing that up. Well, you could leave. What is it? Is you 12 out here? You know what I'm saying? You could go. Who does that? A lot of y'all. I know because we see it all the time. Like because somebody's saying something that you don't want them to say because they're bringing something forward that you don't want them to bring forward. Now you like trying to set down about. Don't. I'm not gonna keep having this conversation. Why not? Why not? Who do you think you are? And why can't you have the conversation with your partner? Because it's stressing you? Well, then figure out how to breathe in and out. Do some
Mm-hmm.
meditation and be able to be attuned and responsive to your partner. Instead of thinking that you doing something because you're talking about I'm not about to do this no more.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you stupid. I'm just saying, low key for real. So I just I'm not even gonna go into it anymore because we have a new if you have not checked out our podcast, you can go to YouTube. We have some episodes out. It's called the Relationship Cheat Code. You can also follow that on Instagram. We have a new live episode that will be airing tomorrow night. But the episode after next, we're going to be talking about this very issue. The episode after next, about people who just ain't got no emotional bandwidth,
Mm-hmm.
just emotionally immature, just dysregulated. And even though you might have really good, solid reasons for being tired,
Mm-hmm.
that don't mean that you can just, be an infant
Mm.
and just no, like
Yeah.
we need to stop that. So check out the Relationship Cheat Code on YouTube and wherever you listen to your podcast. Go to blamsummit.com, BLAM Summit, SUMMIT. I feel like a cheerleader. Go to blamesummit.com so that you can be with us on the 17th for 4 hours on a Saturday. It's going to be phenomenal. And then we end it with the love experience that night. Stay connected, stay in our circle, keep expanding in 2024. You get to choose the kind of life you want to live, the kind of way you want to feel, who you want to be, and how you want to be, and who you want to be connected to, and what you want it to look like. And you cannot be stuck. It is impossible for you to be stuck personally or in your relationship unless you submit to the stuckness. So your
Mm.
partner and what they do or what they don't do, it is your business because it impacts you, but it ain't your business because that does not mean it has to direct you in terms of how you roll and how you move. You can choose to move forward, even if they are not on one accord. So join us with all of this stuff that we're going to talk about on the 17th of February, blamsummit.com. My husband's supposed to be going to take me to the movies. We're going to see that movie Origin.
Have y'all seen it?
By Ava DuVernay.
If so, how is it?
We love Ava DuVernay, and
I don't know how I'm feeling about this one right here.
you always want to see an action, or you want to see Rambo or something like that.
That's
We
not
could go
true.
see something thoughtful.
What?
You always
We
want to
watched
see.
something thoughtful like
You
yesterday.
always want to see somebody running
Nah,
or somebody speeding in a car. You know
No,
you do.
that's not true. That's
Yes,
not
it
true.
is.
I want to see suspense. I like suspense.
And you like stuff you
Just
can
the
make your
action
heart
piece.
beat fast.
I mean, that's all right, but I prefer suspense.
I know that you're literally proving my point. Okay.
Suspense is different than the action movies. I want like horror / suspense.
Lonnie Honey, we saw American Fiction last night. It's on you can stream it now. We saw that was good. I loved it. He wasn't sure about it, but I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, it was good.
That was so
there
good.
was a few things that I did. There was one thing I had an issue with, but I'm not gonna talk about that. So.
Bow, bow, bow. I already know what you're talking about, but I didn't go. Whatever. All right, everybody, be easy. We'll see you on the next situation. I mean, is this it right here? That's it. This one.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Bye, y'all. Go to play.
And lovely lady, I saw your email earlier. I'm gonna reply to that and make sure you get the homework assignment.
All right, bye TikTok. Bye YouTube. And bye Instagram.